Y'all tell me, did I cheat? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost, and I'm here with a video. This is the first video of the channel, intro video, whatever you want to call it. This is gonna be a several-part story, but the whole story itself is gonna be called the Iced Tea story. And y'all will see very soon why it's called that. But yeah, this is the first part of it, and basically, y'all tell me, whether or not I felt like I was, doing dirt, Let's get right into it. We had just broke up because we had said some stuff to each other that shouldn't have been said. But after that fight or whatever, and we had kind of reconciled and kind of got back together or whatever. But like after that, things just really didn't feel the same for me. And it was like a long distance relationship as well. At this point, people think I'm single, and I didn't tell nobody I got back with her. I'm just moving. I'm not doing nothing disrespectful to the relationship, but like, I'm not telling nobody I'm in a relationship either, you know what I'm saying? So, we going through that, and it's a couple of days before Valentine's Day. And she's like, oh, like, are you gonna come down? You gonna come down? And look, like, I love making people happy. Like, I love giving people gifts. Like, I love all that. Like, I love seeing a smile. Like, if I'm with a girl, like, I love seeing a smile on her face. Like, I love that. But like, what I feel like what she didn't understand at the time was like, for us to be able to go and do nice stuff, and like for us to be able to go, let me like take her out, and like for me to get her gifts and everything, it's like I have to work, you know what I'm saying, to make money so that we can go do such and such. And she just didn't really understand at the time. And so I was like, oh, I might have to work on Valentine's Day. She was pressed off of that, whatever. I ended up giving my shift up. But like the week before I was gonna go down there, I had met this girl. This girl started working at my job. Like, she was cool, whatever. Like, I wasn't even trying to like talk like that, because I was still in a relationship. Even though I wasn't really feeling it, I'm not the type, like, if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? She was cool, whatever. Like, I didn't have no one else at work to talk to on that particular day when we had worked together, and so me and her was just chopping it up, whatever. And we're just gonna call this person Iced Tea for the story, okay? Because I don't want to put nobody's name out there, you know what I'm saying? But so me and Iced Tea was just, chopping it up at work. She's like, oh, like, do you mind taking me home? And me, I'm a nice person, but still I was like, where you live though? Like, because I'm not trying to drive all around Creations. So she she stayed like around the corner from me. I ended up taking her home, and that same, like, when I was dropping her off or whatever, she was like, oh, I would invite you up, but it's kind of late and we got work early in the morning because we had to work a double the next day because I was working at this restaurant. Like, I didn't say, oh, I got a girl. I didn't say nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, which I should have, but I didn't. I was just like, oh, okay, bet, whatever. And so next day come at work again. We get off of work after working that double, and we go to this bar that's right across the street from my old job. And it was like me, her, and probably like 4 of our other coworkers or something like that. And so when we get to the bar, I see like a tattoo. I think it was on her wrist, I think. Yeah, I seen like a tattoo on her wrist or something. And I looked at it and I'm like, what does that say? And she's like, oh, that's my boyfriend's name. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, boyfriend? I was like, oh, I didn't know you had a boyfriend. She's like, oh yeah, he lives in New York. Your boyfriend live in New York, and you was just talking about inviting me up, so I already know, damn, she probably be cheating. And I don't want to be right there alone with you cheating. So, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we was just sitting there. At the time, I didn't really drink. And I was 19. Just chilling, hanging out with all them people at the bar, whatever. We all laughing, talking, cool, whatever. So then, I take old girl home. And so, we pulling up to her place, whatever, and, did something I shouldn't have did. Now, in this moment, to me personally, I don't really look at this as cheating. I was walking a thin line and I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, being in a relationship. But I don't look at this as cheating necessarily. But like I said, I was skating on that thin line. But you know, brought her home, whatever. And then I didn't tell my girlfriend. I had told my girlfriend I was going to the bar with some coworkers. I didn't tell her nothing about dropping nobody off or nothing. So, you know, get to the girl crib, drop her off. But then I'm like, oh, like, you're not gonna invite me upstairs, cause you know, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why. Cause, well, no, really, I wanted to see what was gonna happen, honestly. Like, I low-key was like, dang, if it goes to a certain point, I'm gonna have to stiff arm the situation. But I was like, I just wanna see where it's gonna go. So we walk in the house. So she's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. We walk in the house. And you know, she's like, oh, you want something to drink? I'm like, oh no, I'm good, whatever. So I just sit on the couch, and she's like, oh, like, I'm gonna go to the room, whatever, and change. So I'm thinking, oh dang, it's like a movie. Like, and at this point, I had felt like she was feeling me, obviously, because I wouldn't be in her house if she wasn't feeling me, obviously. But and you know, I was lucky, like I was feeling her as well. But like I said, like I was in a situation I shouldn't have been in. But yeah, so she come back out the room. No. So she go in the room, and I'm thinking like, I'm like, damn, this is a scene straight out the movie. She gonna go in the room. She gonna come out with lingerie on. I was like, damn, I'm gonna be in a situation. I was like, man, it's tough. But she came out. She had tights on and a t-shirt. I was like, cool, we good, we straight, bet. So you know, she turned some music on and she started dancing and stuff. And so I'm just chilling. And she's like, oh, like you wanna watch something? And so she turned on Black Mirror. So we just sitting there chilling. Now, mind you, I'm not thinking about her boyfriend in New York. Remember, like, I'm not thinking about that. So I'm just, like I said, I'm sitting there, we chilling, we watching the show for real. Like we actually watching it. Like we not even like, it's not like we cuddled up on the couch or nothing. Like we sitting, we got like a whole pillow in between us on the couch. Like not like, oh, don't sit next to each other type stuff, but like it's just a gap right there. And so we just watching the show, and she got her phone sitting up on like the little coffee table in front of the couch. And I remember the contact name for her boyfriend was him. It was like him with like heart emojis or something like that. And I had seen that pop up, but you know, that was the first time I had seen it, obviously. But I had seen it pop up, and she just like, she just declined it. And in my head, I'm thinking, damn, that's kind of bold. I said, hey, not my relationship. Let me not talk. It's not my relationship. So, you know, sitting there, study watching the show or whatever. And call again, and she declined or whatever. And I see my girlfriend called me. Or no, she didn't call me, she texted me. I was like, oh, like, you know, what's up? And I was like, oh, you know, we're still at the bar, about to leave though. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna hit you when I get in the car or whatever I said. She's like, oh, okay, cool. And so dude keep blowing up keep blowing up iced tea phone. Keep blowing up iced tea phone. And like after about probably like third, fourth time he had called her, she was like, but yeah, it's getting a little late. I was like, yeah, you're right. So, you know, I started getting up, whatever, getting my keys, stuff, make sure I had all my stuff together. Started walking to the door, and she was like, wait. She's like, you're not gonna give me a hug before you go? I'm like, oh, my fault. Like, I'm thinking like, you just seen your boyfriend was calling you on your phone. And so I'm like, I mean, obviously a hug is just a hug, but at the same time, in that situation, a hug was not just a hug, like, if we being real. So I gave her a hug, whatever. And I started walking to the door again, and she's like, wait, you have to let me put my number in your phone. I was like, oh, okay. In my head, I'm thinking like, I'm not mad at the situation, but I'm like, dang, I feel bad because I done put myself in a situation where it's like nothing happened, but like something definitely could have happened. And in a relationship, you should really never put yourself in a situation like that, because once you're doing that just shows you don't value the relationship no more. And so, you know, she put her number in my phone, was like, oh, text when you get home, whatever. A couple days later is when I go to visit my girlfriend at school. And so I'm driving down there, and out the blue, this dude I went to high school with named Reese. And I don't mind saying his real name because he ain't do nothing in the story, you know what I'm saying? But like we was real close in high school. And that man, he was like, he had just called me out the blue, like I said, when I was on the way down there. And I was just talking to him, and so I had told him everything that had happened, like a couple days before, whatever. Now, mind you, at this point, it is February 2nd, I think. Or no, I'm sorry, not February 2nd, February 12th. So it's like 2 days before, 1 or 2 days before Valentine's Day, basically. and I think I was surprising her. Yeah, I was surprising her because she still thought I wasn't coming. And Reese is like, yeah, bro, like, you should probably like tell her what happened. And I'm sitting there like for me, I'm not gonna sit here and cap and say I always do the right thing, because that's a bald-faced lie. But like, I'm not like I try to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I really try to do the right thing. And so, you know, I get down to where my girlfriend at the time went to school. Had a good night with her friends, whatever. And it was like we had discussions like prior to her going to school, where she had went, and she was supposed to really be like, she was supposed to be in the mindset of coming back to Atlanta for her sophomore year, but that's not the mindset she was in. She was like, oh, I don't want to leave my friends type stuff, and it was just like, whatever. So I wasn't really too thrilled or whatever, and that's probably what kind of like contributed to, you know, what was going on. But yeah, so like I said, we had a good night, whatever, and you know, take a shower. We both lay in the bed, and I just lay down, and I look at the I just remember looking at the ceiling and like letting out a big breath of air, but not like I didn't realize how noticeable it was. I could feel like my spirit, like my energy just changed hella. And she was laying on my chest, and she was like, and she gets up, she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing, I'm just chilling. And she was like, no, like something's wrong. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, Carlos, like, what's wrong? And I was like, all right. So tell her the story, you know, what happened. And she was, I'm not like, you know, she obviously she was sad and she was crying. I'm not gonna cap, I had cried a little bit too, because I known her since I was in 4th grade. I know her since I was 4th grade, and it was just like telling the story back, because like I said, like I don't personally feel like that was cheating, but it's just like it's something that I shouldn't have did, and it's like she was very hurt by it, obviously, and yeah, it was just sad, because it was like, man, this chapter of my life with this person that I've known for almost my whole life, because like I said, I'm 18 at this point, or 18, 19, whatever at this point. I like, she been one of my best friends my whole life, basically. And so it was a very sad moment for both of us. Yeah, like, yeah. Thank y'all for tuning into the video. Left for y'all a little bit of a cliffhanger, because the story with Ice-T does get deeper. The story with my ex-girlfriend at the time, low-key get deeper. And then, you know, I got other little stories mixed and mingled in the story, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, thank y'all for watching, and tune back in for the next one. You feel me?